going after one of the companions right now. That's He'll be right down here on the map. I got put the waypoint, so we use the way shrine here. This one's pretty simple. I've done this one with multiple characters.
You there. The Ivory Brigade has need of you.
Not right now. Alright. It's a long travel down here, but the quest is so quick, so easy. This is actually going to be for the main guy I use on my sorcerer. He's a really good tank, so he'll definitely be useful to have. I'm thinking of even starting to use him over Sharp as Knight for this character, because it's good to have a tank when I'm a magic user. That way he can keep the enemies away from me. I've been working a lot the last couple days the last 2 days trying to build my characters, because we got a double experience event going on right now. Plus using scrolls I get even more, so I can really skyrocket my characters. I've been doing the daily dungeons with each one of them. I haven't done with this character, but I might, maybe one of these days I may do some dungeons with this character, because I'm not a big deal rushing this guy's level. Just save, get that location. I've also got another arcanist I made for my own character. I've already got him up to level 20, and I only just started him because of the event. I think it's like 22 actually, because I did a daily and I got him up like 3 levels.
Hey,
Here's
over
the guy.
here. I need some help. Yeah. Thank the 8 divines. I could really use some help. The name's Bastion. Watch yourself, friend. I was accosted by a dark elf at this very spot. She went into the cave over there hours ago, but she might return at any moment. The dark elf Tanare Vels. She's a traveler I met along the road. The cave is Deep Scorn Hollow. The entrance is over by the dock. I'm here to retrieve a fellow named Quistley Silvel. His family sent me to find him. I think he's in trouble. Untie me, please. The Silvels will pay well if you help me get Quistley out of whatever trouble he's in. And I could use someone to watch my back. Interested? Oh, and check the shack. I think Tanare dropped something during our struggle.
Alright. And I just go over this note. Now I just talk to him.
A letter? knew I saw something fall out of Tanare's satchel when she ambushed me. Why? This is a contract. Tanare Vels is bringing Quisly in to pay debts in Leowen. Damn it! I guess that explains why Tanare knocked me out and tied me up. Of course, that idiot Quisly would gamble away more than he had in his coin purse. He's done it before. Usually begs his parents for help, though. I ought to just let the Dark Elf have him, but it would be dishonorable. We better see if we can catch up to her. I'd like to leave her tied up and empty-handed when I drag Quisly out of here by his arrogant nose.
This is different for Quisly. He's not one for any sort of rough living, other than maybe going to gambling dens and taverns in the seedier parts of town.
Probably? Yes, I did. We were just idly talking on the road. It never occurred to me that someone else might be looking for that petulant brat. It's not the first time I've been asked to get Quisly out of trouble. I should try to hide it better, I suppose. We were raised together, more or less. Except he was the firstborn of a wealthy family, and I was the foundling they took in. Something which Quisly never quite let me forget. Well, it's the right thing to do. I mean, the Sylvels gave me shelter, educated me alongside Quisly, even hired a tutor for me when I showed some magical aptitude. I owe them. And if looking out for Quisly is how I pay them back, so be it. No, not that I noticed. She said to keep an eye out for smugglers along the coast, and departed soon after. She likely just hung back and followed me the rest of the way. Foolish of me. I should have been more alert. All the time, friend. House Sylvel has interests in a dozen cities. I travel all over Tamriel, looking after their business. I'm a mage by training, but I spend my days dealing with contracts and cargoes. And chasing after Quisly. The Sylvels fostered me from the time I was small, seeing to my education and giving me a place in their home. As I grew older, Lord Sylvel employed me in the family business. What I want to do isn't important. I have an obligation.
Alright. So this is pretty simple. I just gotta work my way through this dungeon. It's pretty simple. I've done it with multiple characters.
Maybe there's more to this place than meets the eye.
And I'm gonna use
First time I've had to look for
some
Quisly
extra
in such
experience.
a rustic location. Not his usual style. Quisly really got himself into it this time.
You're dead.
It's so easy, I haven't even needed to use my buff move yet. Oh, not the right spot. So it's over here.
Looks like there's an... How did Quisly stand it down here?
I can upgrade my ultimate. Alright. Alright, let's see, what do we got here? Alright, it advises me to use the top one. Yeah, I think I'll go with the top one. That seems to be better. That was my ultimate I just hit. That's pretty powerful.
Help! Help! Somebody!
Keep your voice down. Those lunatics will hear you.
Look, they have captives.
Psst, over here. Let me out before I would not
Let me
murder
out too!
here.
There's a cult of
Please, you
Sithis in these
value
caves! They sacrifice... Thank you. We've been here for days. You should get out of here too, stranger. These people, the Unmakers, they're crazy. I think they're preparing to sacrifice people. Why would anyone want to do such a thing? I've met no one by that name, but that doesn't mean he isn't here somewhere. The only non-cultist I've seen in days was a dark elf who sneaked by a short time ago. She motioned for us to wait and left without a word. I should go. They're cultists, I think. They follow someone called the Daughter of Sithis, and they talk about sacrifices to the Unmaker. I was on the road to Gideon when they grabbed me. Can I go now?
Before we continue, let's talk a moment. Cultists? That explains some of the decoration in here. So much for the smuggler hypothesis. I didn't expect to have to fight through a nest of cultists to extract Quisly from this mess, but so be it. What's he gotten himself mixed up in now? What's there to know? They worship a god of death, darkness, and primordial chaos. Nothing good can come of that. Quisly's always getting into trouble, but it usually involves love or dice. He could be in real danger this time. Allowing Quisly to be dragged off to angry criminals is not much of an improvement. While Quisly might deserve it, I can't let Tenari Vales get him either. I want to try to grab one of these cultists and get some answers. It's a long story. Suffice it to say, I owe his family a great debt. Quisly and I were more or less raised together. The Sylvels count on me to watch out for him, or help him if he needs it. That's what the Sylvels say when they need me to help him. But he's their son. I'm just someone they raised. Forgive me if I sound ungrateful. They took me in and made sure I was clothed, educated, trained. They didn't have to do that. I've lost count. He does as he pleases. Unfortunately, what pleases him seems to land him in hot water. Every time. This, though, how Quisly stumbled into a cult's clutches, I can only guess. I'm the son of Lord Martel Hallex, the traitor. I suppose the story's not well known outside of court circles. My father was one of High King Emmerich's most trusted advisors, but when I was only a toddler, he plotted to secretly murder Emmerich and appoint himself regent. Or so I'm told. He failed, of course. Others in my family were implicated in the plot. The High King stripped House Hallex of its titles and domains. My mother died of shame. I was far too young to have been a part of it, though, so the Sylvels took me in. That's what the Sylvels say when they need me to help him. But he's their son. I'm just someone.
Alright, so continue on. This is pretty simple. Just killing a couple weaklings. This guy I'm working on, he actually, his rapport goes up by killing cultists, so coming into, if I had him
Corner one of these cults.
coming to places like this would help raise his core up.
I'm not really with them. Don't hurt me.
Server's Knight just leveled up. Let's see what he's got here.
What?
Alrighty, let's see, he's level 5. It's just a basic abilities. He needs to be level 7 till his next unlock. Yeah, eventually once I unlock all of the companions, I'll just use my main character to power him up. Because I get a ton more experience if I play as my CP characters, which I've got currently 2. Hopefully by the end, before this event's over, I'll have
Better
more.
not lay a finger on me. You have no idea who you're dealing with.
Xanathar, give me patience.
What is the meaning of this intrusion? Who are you people? What do you think you're doing here? I warn you, I am favored by the daughter of Sithis. She will avenge every injury you inflict on me. Quisley Sylvel? He belongs to Leleus now. She is the daughter of Sithis, and none dare defy her. Leave while you can. You're fools if you think you can save him from her. The daughter of Sithis and her brother are in the Fane of Scorn. I don't know when she plans to grant Sylvel the Kiss of Sithis. Someone else is to be sacrificed today. I've told you what you wanted to know. Can I go? Some dark elf they caught. Even now she faces the death of the Crystal Fangs in the next chamber. Leleus herself presides in the Fane below. I haven't been invited there yet, so I don't know for sure where it is. Now let me go. Please?
I don't believe him. I think he knows more than he says he does. The daughter of Sithis? The Fane of Scorn? I don't believe it. Quisley's fallen in with death worshippers? Hardly. The only thing that interests Quisley is himself. Either these Sithis followers hid their true nature to lure him in, or he's so besotted with a woman that he doesn't realize he's in danger. Either way, I'd better get him out of here. I'm not sure I believe this sniveling cultist, but we shouldn't let anyone get sacrificed. Not even Tenare Vels. Let's split up. You keep going, in case he's telling the truth. I'll see if I can find out more about the daughter and the Fane.
Alright.
Please. I know where a map of this place is. It's not far. Just, don't hit me.
Helpful of you. What else can you tell me?
Help! Break these crystals! Please, they're killing me! Praise Vec. Thank you, stranger. Let's talk somewhere safer. Those idiots were going... Ugh, my skin still feels like I've got 1,000 tiny spiders biting me. That was horrible. Oh, and thank you. I don't know what someone like you is doing here, but I won't argue with Providence. Ah, the dutiful and not terribly clever mage. I'll bet he's angry with me. I took care not to inflict any permanent damage on him, and I fully intended to set him free just as soon as I finish here. It's business, not personal. Then you understand my predicament. I need Sylvel if I want Law's Tull off my back. But it's not worth getting myself killed over. Help me get out of here and I'll help you. I got a look at a map, so I think I know where you can find Sylvel. I thought I'd slip in, knock out a smuggler or two, grab this Quisley fellow and be back in Leowin in time for dinner. No such luck. I run into principled competition and deluded cultists praying to Sithis. Not much, Lars Tull suspected that Quisley was hiding out in a smuggler's cave on the coast. I thought I'd have to check them all. Then I ran into your friend, Bastion. I knew there was something off about the smuggler story, though. It didn't fit. He must be in deep, if Lars Tull is willing to write off what I owe to get his claws on Quisley. Too bad for him, but it's a chance for me to get out of a bad situation. Lars Tull makes a good living from other people's mistakes. Or desperation. I borrowed gold against imagined winnings like every gambler ever. You ask a lot of questions. Not to be rude, but I'd really rather find Quisley and get out of here. These cultists already tried to sacrifice me once, after all. I found notes left behind by some unfortunate scholar. He'd apparently come here to make a survey of the ruins. I hope he had the good sense to retreat when he found fresh evidence of occult presence. More likely, he came to a bad end. I did. It's all the way down at the end of this maze, naturally. The scholar's notes hinted that it's an abandoned temple, once dedicated to Sithis. Well, probably not abandoned now. He must be in deep, if Lars Tull is willing to write off what I owe to get good. I saw a rough map of this place before I got caught. So I think I know it. I'll keep out of your way if you run into these cultists. After that ritual, no condition for a fight. Dead end and a vampire in a cage. This isn't terribly helpful.
You're not part of this cult, are you? In fact, you appear to be lost.
Maybe the
Your
map
dark elf friend watches me with no small amount of suspicion. Perfectly understandable, but I'm not a slave to my hunger. Why are you wandering around Deepscorn Hollow anyway? The daughter of Sithis is fond of sacrificing strangers. I have heard the name. The daughter of Sithis herself has him. These miserable Sithis pretenders. I can show you the passage you seek. I'll consider it payback for the way they locked me up. They hid the switch for a secret door under that crate over there by the wall. Clever, if one is a child. I cannot believe I thought these weak-minded fools might have a genuine insight into the dark mysteries of Sithis.
surprisingly helpful.
Would you do me a favor in return?
I knew it. I never grow tired of being correct.
I don't mind.
Perhaps before you rush off, you might unlock this cell? A favor in return for my showing you the switch? Let me again assure you, I am in control of my urges. I shall not harm you. I came here hoping the temple held answers about my condition. But the cultists discovered me as I fed upon an unwary noble from Gideon. The daughter of Sithis was intrigued, but when she realized I had not yet mastered my powers, she locked me away. Yes, that would be an elegant solution to my predicament. I'm afraid that I'm rather new to this state of being. I haven't figured out that trick yet. I'm still capable of gratitude, stranger. I just want to be free of this place. I came here expecting something quite different.
And here we go. Pretty close to being done with this one already.
This should take us right to the cult's hidden temple. Come on! Hold up a moment before we go on. I've been thinking. I stumbled headlong into a bad situation once already. I do try to learn from my mistakes. I've been thinking. There's a good chance we won't find Quisley Sylvel alive. Nothing good. I wouldn't go so far as to say that it comes down to bringing Quisley in, or taking his place, but it's close. I really need to be free of Lars Tull. I barely persuaded him to give me this chance. I won't get another one. This may sound ghoulish, but if Quisley is dead, I'd like his signet ring. It's big, gold, and set with rubies. If I bring it back to Lars Tull, it will show that I held up my end of our bargain, and he would take it in payment of my debt. Someone's coming!
Oh, there you are. I'm afraid I wasted my time on that cultist. He knew nothing. Glad I caught up to you. You put the fear of the gods into our captive cultist. It was sobbing on the floor when I gave up and left. I did meet a surprisingly talkative vampire, though. He told me which way you went. And seriously, do not turn your back on Tenare. Our weepy friend told me that Quisley's quite taken with this daughter of Sithis. Figures. My guess is he told her his family is wealthy, so she's keeping him alive for ransom. We'll probably find them in the shrine they call the Fane of Scorn. She seems like the sort who expects the worst. I remain optimistic. I don't always get along with Quisley, but I don't want him to end up sacrificed by the cult. Or turned into some crime boss's object lesson for that matter. Not at the cost of his life. I'll figure out something. I always do. But just in case, warn Tenare that she'd better not try anything foolish when we get Quisley. She caught me off guard once. It won't happen again. You're not even going to apologize, are you?
I'm sorry.
Just about done. If I recall correctly, after this door here is pretty much the end. Oh yeah, that's right. We got a bit of a boss here. I gotta fight first.
Arise, my brother. Kill these trespassers.
I'll just... dear. Oh, get out of the way!
I need to grab Quisley before he runs off again. Little bastard.
Yes, yeah, right through here is where we run into him.
How dare you? Lalise would never have hurt me. She said so.
She murders people, you idiot! You were probably next!
I'm not... You spoiled everything! You and that lumbering oaf my father insists on sending to make my life miserable, and whoever that dark elf is, barging in and ruining my life. Who do you people think you are? Well, that's just your opinion. Everybody here treated me as a guest of honor. And Lelace, the daughter of Sithis, chose me to be her consort. She told me that she'd give me the kiss of Sithis soon. Why would you ruin this for me? I can't believe they sent Bastion after me again. They treat me as if I were a wayward child. I am perfectly capable of managing my own affairs. I refuse to go. Claim me. I am not some sack of flour to be bargained over. Oh, very well. Bastion works for me, indirectly. I'll go with him. I can write a promissory note for the Dark Elf to deliver to her thug of a boss. He's a terrible person.
Bastion doesn't seem very fond of Quisley. I can't imagine why. We compared notes while you were talking with that simpering idiot. Bastion said he might have an idea that would solve things for both of us. Years ago, I lost everything trying to get my brother out of a fishy trading scheme. Lars Tull offered to help me. I'm still paying for it. It would be grand to be done with Lars Tull and to pull one over him at the same time. If Bastion's willing to work with me, and perhaps forget about the knocked out and tied up business, I think we might have room for a compromise.
Once we get Quisley out of here, I'm done. I've paid my debt to his family 3 times over. All right. I think I know how to sort this out. If Tenare is prepared to listen, that is, I'm willing to overlook the knock on the head to settle this. First, we need to get Quisley out of Blackwood. Tenare doesn't have anything personal against him. Well, no more than anyone else who meets him. But the criminals she'd bring Quisley to might kill him. I'll threaten to tell his parents about this whole affair unless he cooperates and goes straight back to Daggerfall. Quisley knows that Lord Sylvel can cut him off. It's the only threat that actually scares him. He would have to earn a living. I think we can all walk away from this. We ship Quisley home, secretly. Then we make sure that Tenare has something she can take back to Lars Tull. Thank you, friend. I think Lord Sylvel would agree that you've earned your payment. What do you think, Tenare? Are you willing to give it a try?
I'll need to bring Lars Tull proof of Quisley's demise.
What kind of proof would you need?
I'm clearly not dead!
If I bring Quisley's signet ring to Lars Tull, he'll believe me.
That's what I was thinking. I'll tell the Sylvels that Quisley sold the ring to pay his debt.
I'm right here!
That ring should work. It might even cover most of Quisley's debt.
What? My ring? I'm not giving you a damn thing! Bastion, keep that woman away from me!
Here you go. I'll make sure Quisley understands to stay away from Blackwood.
Thank you. This should clear my account with Lars Tull. And perhaps clear yours with this ingrate and his family too.
We should leave this place. I'll see Quisley on his way when he comes around.
Alright. Now might as well hit my level up. I mostly use this. Here we go. Level. And now. Oh yeah, it's under toxins. Here we go. Now I'll switch over to him.
Let's go find a problem to solve. And maybe get paid for it. What can I do for you?
Here, I've got him currently on lower end gear just to level him up. He's got all heavy. You have to, in order to unlock the armor levels, you have to give them at least 5 pieces. So you can only unlock 1 skill for the armor at a time. So I got right here, got his heavy armor going up. Once I get that up to 20, I'll level up the medium, then the light, and And I got him on a one-handed and shield, since I'm making him into a tank. Here's the main thing he's got is provoke, is his primary ability that I use, because that keeps any of the other enemies from going after me. Now, I think I'll do... Next we'll go after another companion. And we'll do him. Here we go, this is the one we need. Now just go to a save point, and we'll have to go back into the Apocrypha that we were before to do his quest. I know that, yeah, here we are. Not that far away. Damn, I've been saying Apocalypse, or no, that's not right. It is Apocalypse here. Right over here is where I run into him, so take to this one. This is quite a simple quest. It might take a little bit of time, but I might be able to pull this off before the video gets too long. There he is, right there's the guy we're going to be getting. Someone else has using him. Here he is.
The search for knowledge begins! I have no idea where in Orbis to look for my old colleague Martina. But I know she was working with a Daedric consultant, a creature named Tim. If we can summon Tim, we can find Martina. Indubitably, I knew I was right about you. Now, an esteemed elder within the ciphers once summoned forth this Daedra. If we can find the notes from this elder, you and I can summon Tim and engage in parley. You've never been to the Library of Dusk, I take it, or the forbidden section of Gwillem University. Dedicated scholars must develop their own search magics. I'll begin the incantation. Just be ready for anything. Apocrypha is full of surprises. Incantris eruditum, abyssal sea, hear my call. Find the secrets beneath this scroll. The rune form is complete. Whatever it needs. The book we need is in that book. There, a tome show has the text. Get after it. The chase is on.
Rather strange. New faces appear, but not ones I have known, and not known in time. Presence beneath us shifts. A shift in me that reveals untold changes to our plane.
These are pretty long books. I don't really feel like reading all that.
Excellent work. Ha! That was bracing. Pity the tome will smell like transliminal parasite now. Let's see what it says. Here's the ritual to summon Tim. Easy enough, just a question of the appropriate summoning materials. We'll need expunged tome dust, the talon of a seeker, and black ichor from the spoomy pools of Apocrypha. Let me mark your map. Seekers tend the flora of the region. Their talons often break off in the resin. and there should be plenty of tome dust scraped from parchment in the cipher's midden expungatory. Try to get some from a Daedric incantation. I'll procure that, worry not. Don't want you to think I'm taking advantage of your assistance. Once you have the dust and Talon, we'll meet back up at the ritual site I've marked on your map. What do you say? The tome dust should be found in the cipher's midden expungatory, while seekers tend to congregate around those resin plants to the southwest. Easy enough, and soon we'll be talking to Teb. Well, I should hope so. I've been coming here for years. Fascinating place. You can learn the ways of the arcanist back home, of course. But to truly understand the forces of fate, tides and the abyssal sea, there's nowhere else like it. Oh, here and there, you know. You've seen one post-feudal city-state, you've seen them all, am I right? My family hails from Hammerfell, born and raised in tall Papa's shadow. I'm no youngster, obviously. My parents now dwell within Aetherius, and the rest of the family politely pretends I don't exist. Best for all involved. Now then, we have a Daedra to summon. Knowledge to...
Alright, here we go. Stupid. Ah, stupid. Hate when it does this on me. Here, just pop back in. Ah, what the hell? Stupid browser keeps doing this. Really gets annoying. I don't know why my computer keeps doing that so often. Stupid. I was trying to say, usually I think it's usually this
Do
one.
be careful. Don't rush about and scatter the dust.
Maybe it was this one. Yeah, that's it.
Beyond sweet oblivion is snared within the ruins of my dark love.
Let's ride.
Location. already, when I was in here before for the quest, we already went past the location we're heading to right now. Just need to go this way. Practically here. Yeah, it's right up here.
Begone! My fate line is my own.
Your life is mine.
Did you hear? Never mind. Ah, my new collaborator. Good to see you again. By Mora's eyes, these frayed fates are becoming increasingly annoying. I look forward to putting them to bed, as it were. Do you have the items we need to summon our Daedric consultant? Peerless work! Let's see. Here's the Ichor. Unpleasant to gather, but I've done worse in my day. Now then, I'll light the fonts and begin the incantation. As we go, I'll need you to offer up the Tome Dust, Talon, and Ichor. In that order. Just so. With any luck, this Tem can tell us where the whims of fate have led Martina. If this doesn't work, well, I'm sure I'll think of something. But let's hope it works, eh? Onward!
Alright, this part's simple. Just gotta wait for him.
We light the flames to summon Tem, the omen of destiny. Come before us!
Ask your questions, make your offerings.
We offer the dust of an ancient spell. I seek the location of my former colleague, Martina Abor.
And here.
Heaven's eyes have seen you, Azander Alcibiades. You search for one who does not wish to be found.
Recalcitrant, are we? We offer the talon of a seeker. I need Martina to correct an error. Where are they?
You tamper with fate, mortal. Tem sees a darkness approaching, one you have unmoored.
Daedra, I have called, and you must answer. With Ichor as payment, I command you. Where can I find Martina Abor?
I shall answer, but not to you, Arcanist. Tem will speak with the one who made the offerings.
The audacity of that creature!
Tem sees you, chosen proxy of the Great Eye. Adventures, triumphs that have happened, or may happen, or may never happen. Speak, and Tem will tell you what you wish to know. The choices of Azander Alcibiades hang heavy about him, reeking from stains on his hands and his soul. Also, he speaks with a distinct lack of respect for Tem, the omen of destiny. Martina Abor, arcanist of the Abyssal Sea and Illuminatus of the Threads of Fate, retreated to their sanctum 920 days ago. Seek them within the subrealm known as the Underweave, at a place called the Heart. But beware, mortal. The arcanist you travel with sought to view the paths unwalked, but failed to see where those paths led. In his hubris, he has allowed a thing that should not be to be. Questions asked and answered. Farewell, mortals.
All things being equal, that went. The Underweave is a powerful nexus of fated potential in Chroma Incognito. Terribly powerful, terribly dangerous. Sounds just like Martina to set up a lab there. Onward and upward! Am I? No, not particularly. Daedra are strange beasts, you know. Their concept of mortality, time, and danger are very different from our own. Clearly, there have been some unintended consequences, but nothing the two of us can't handle. We were excellent collaborators. Together we gathered power from across the Daedric realms. But in the end, she had very different goals than I do. If nothing else, damn it, I want to have some fun. Ta! Yes, of that I have no doubt. Martina is a consummate professional. Just don't get her started on the transliminal properties of exogenic materials or the writings of Deno Gorath, the Dread Archivist. And we'll be there all day. You must understand, I have been studying arcane ephemera for decades now. The Underweave is just so obvious, and I try very hard not to be boring. Plus, it's extremely dangerous in there. Fate shifts like the tides of the abyssal sea. A thing can be both dangerous and boring. The universe contains multitudes. I truly believed I would be able to master fate itself without entering its walls. Vexing to have been proven wrong. Given the focus of our research, it makes perfect sense. Fate itself pulses through the corridors of the Underweave, and its tradition for powerful arcanists to establish a sanctum. I have one myself, you know. Quite proud of it.
Alright. The
Right
next
behind you,
location
partner.
I'm headed to is actually going to be the hardest of this quest. It can be pretty annoying.
No, no, no! The
Yeah,
Master
talk
of
to this
Secrets
guy.
will certainly flame me for this.
Might as well complete this guy's quest because it pretty much leads me through the same location.
Ah, have mercy! You've been sent to capture me, haven't you? It was an honest mistake. I'm working to get Hermaeus Mora's faded glyphic back. I promise. Please don't imprison me. Oh, fathomless prince, that's a relief. To think I let myself be spooked by a mere mortal. Sorry. You see, I may have accidentally sent a prized possession of my masters-to-be unwoven. I don't suppose you'd help poor Ogle. The forges of Underweave are a dangerous place. Ogle was made for watching and studying, not fighting. But you seem resilient. Help me find my master's faded glyphic, and I'll be sure to make it worth your while. Wonderful. My master's treasure was mistakenly marked for unweaving, so we must hurry and find it before it's destroyed. My watchling sight should help you navigate Underweave. The entrance is close by. You can take the lead. A faded glyphic is the physical manifestation of a potential fate. A stone that holds a transcription of a possible future. They are a powerful and precious source of knowledge. This particular glyphic is one of my master's favorites. Tides, no. Most fates don't rise to this level of importance. Only potent fates, those with the chance to alter the very course of the planes, can be found etched into these glyphics. This makes every fated glyphic a powerful and coveted object. You can call me Ogle. I'm a watchling in service to Hermaeus Mora. I aid in the designation, or disintegration, of failed fates. It's a coveted role, I might add, and one that I don't wish to risk losing. Fated glyphics whose futures do not come to pass can latch onto our own reality and cause havoc.
These intrusions are, well, wasteful. Underweave is the place where these failed fates are unwoven. Recycled.
Control sometimes acts up. There it goes. Here we go.
Not to belabor the obvious, but we'll need to be careful here. We should make haste to the heart of the Underweave and find Martina's sanctum. Onward and upward! The Fate Weaver key is palpitating, pulling me. Off to the east? Fascinating. Something in Martina's sanctum must be synergizing with the relic. Let's find that laboratory.
Alright.
Over here, mortal. You won't get far without my
heart of
boon
the
to guide you
Underweave.
through Underweave. You should be able to see a magical trace of my master's
These guys got a lot of...
The glyphic assembly. Try to avoid eye contact as we continue through the Underweave.
Come on, get out of there!
What? No. This can't be right. There are so many paths. Why are there so many paths? We're doomed. I'm doomed. We can't possibly find my master's glyphic now. Stupid Ogle, stupid! Master keeps the most dangerous fates down here. Of course it would be difficult to navigate. Numerous paths, endless options. This was a hopeless endeavor from the start. I'm a useless watchling who deserves to be unwoven. The Master's fated glyphic could be anywhere. It may have even been fed into one of the Nemesis looms already. This is it for me, mortal. Cherish the moments you shared with Ogle, because I am not long for this plane. The Nemesis looms unmake everything. By now, the glyphic's been reduced to unwoven strands, sputtering fragments of a former fate. I just know it. There are too many paths to follow. I need a moment to think, mortal. This is all too much. It's no use. I'm done for. Wait, what is that?
For once, a pleasant surprise. I'm actually happy to see you, meddler. My work in the streams has come to fruition. But never mind that, there's more work ahead. Over here, if you... I was wondering if this was the day you meet me for the first time. You'll be pleased to learn you're just in time to help me. I know where the fated glyphic is, so there's no need for that silly boon. Besides, you'll look ridiculous. Ah, this again. You may not have met me yet, but I've met you. I am quite familiar with you and your meddling antics. Now, let's focus on the matter at hand. It's very important that I don't miss my chance to access Mora's fated glyphic. Forces beyond your understanding ordained that I must come into possession of this glyphic. Since Hermaeus Mora rarely lets such a valuable object leave his personal collection, I simply charmed the Watchling into misplacing it. Yes, I deceived the Watchling. How morally gray of me. Listen closely. You need me to locate the glyphic for your Daedric friend. However, the Nemesis looms make my presence here tenuous. If you can shut them off, you'll help everyone. Good! You're always one for action, aren't you? The Nemesis looms are powerful devices that unweave bits of reality. For example, these failed fates. You'll find them contained in the Nulla Factory, just ahead, past the cells. I'll meet you there. Thaddeus Cosma, a traveler on tides of time and reality. But it really isn't important. Well, that's not to say I'm not important. I am, but that's neither now nor when. All you need to know is that when our paths cross, reality itself may be at stake.
You charmed me?
If it's any consolation, Watchling, you performed your role admirably. Now, to the Nemesis looms.
The day is ours! Suppose.
That's like the last one. Every once in a while, the controller acts up. There we go. Oh, here we go. I forgot it's been a little while since I did this. Path I was supposed to take. most often. I'll eventually get around to doing all my elites. Here, I think yeah, this is the first one. Kill these before I can accept it.
And I'll do the same here. That's to deactivate the loop.
There is only one role I play, and it's in service to the Prince of Knowledge.
And over here.
You imply otherwise.
Yeah, it's on this side.
I can already feel my presence solidifying. Come now, let's shut this one down as well.
What a wild underestimation of my role.
Yeah, then.
Unlikely. Well, perhaps, but that's nothing to worry about now. To the next loom!
Yeah, this is the one I was supposed to do last, but I cleared the enemies, so only a couple came back.
Disable the mechanism!
If my master's fated glyphic is destroyed, then what was the point of all this?
Worry not with the loom.
Okay, so it's over this way.
Glyphic! It's already been unwoven!
Not ideal, but not unexpected. Meddler, a word, if you please.
Not ideal?
It's unfortunate we couldn't reach the Glyphic before its unweaving, but all is not lost. If we work quickly, we should be able to salvage the magics still held within the fractured Glyphic. I'll need your assistance once more, of course. I took steps to prepare for this possibility. The benefit of shutting down the Nemesis looms was twofold. It allowed me to maintain a more stable presence in this realm, and it unhindered my spellcasting abilities. We'll take the Glyphic's remains to the heart of Underweave. There, I should be able to siphon enough energy to restore it. But be prepared. The heart may be heavily guarded. Bring what's left of the Glyphic and meet me there, Meddler. Let's hurry along, then. The heart of Underweave can be found to the south, on the other side of the courtyard. I'll meet you there. Just wade across the detritus of failed fates and go up the steps. Can't miss it. First of all, the active Nemesis looms muddied my sight. I had no way to know where the Glyphic was. Secondly, there's no use in crying over spilled fates. The sooner we get to the heart, the sooner we can put this all behind us. It's a simple matter of temporal reversal. With the looms no longer operating, I'll be able to draw on the full power of the Underweave. In fact, do you have any wine you'd like rapidly aged? I kid, of course. Let's get moving.
Alright. So, collect it right here.
Well done. Now, out to the courtyard. We'll meet in the heart of Underweave.
Argo has a bad feeling about this.
Yeah, the boss for this area wouldn't normally be there, but I guess someone's killed him. Yeah, it's not quite as tough for the rest of the area.
Wake up! Clear your head! Steady there! Deep breaths!
Leveling up a lot faster than I normally would due to this event.
Fight! Good!
I don't even remember what kind of armor I had. I don't even think I have training armor. I might be better off making some. Let's see. That's training. Yeah, training. Oh, I do have some training. I didn't make it all training stuff, but I don't have training all unlocked in this character.
Victory is cruel.
If I had full set of training gear, I'd be able to get a lot more. Yeah, we're just about done. With that main part. Go. It's right up here.
Good. glyphic on the altar. There's almost there. Just a bit further. Quick! Grab the glyphic before the entropic bubble collapses. Pending time really puts a kink in your neck. Let's reconvene outside on the top. I'm sure this display of temporal magic raised a few alarms.
Oh, I thought that was acting up. It was just, I was rude and I didn't realize it. There we go.
Attack! Courage brings victory.
Another level.
This must be it. All right.
Haste our steel!
This is part for the main, for the companion quest here. Gotta wait for him.
Damn it, Martina.
This is gonna be a pretty long episode.
I had hoped. Why must the most
I'll finish up this quest and I'll end this video. It's gonna be really long.
Take a look around, if you don't mind. I need a moment. No idea what that concoction is. Curious. Martina was a zealous note-taker. That may be helpful to our inquiry. Perhaps you... Come. Let's talk. I wish I could say this was the first time I found an old friend dead. But I cannot. From the spell lattice surrounding them, I believe Martina's research may have followed a similar path to my own. Let's take a look at that journal. Martina says here she could somehow scry for the fates frayed from her timeline. Fascinating. She experimented with several different methods, including using her own blood. It's messy, dangerous, but perhaps effective. Yes, I believe so. I have some thoughts that need to germinate, and I'd like to dispel this ward. Take care of Martina. Let's retire to my rooms at Cypher's Midden, near the Way Shrine. I'll see you there. I'll see you back at Cypher's Midden, my perspicacious collaborator. Just need to see to Martina here. Research, of course. Always research. Just like in the old days. Martina and I were excellent collaborators. I was the gab, the talker, the trader. But Martina was the silent strength, astute observations after lengthy contemplation. I'm an arse. It seems wrong to coat the truth in moon sugar standing over Martina's final work. I can be challenging to know, and worse to work with. Martina put up with me for the better part of 5 years. Longer than anyone else. I'm not quite sure. I think perhaps she was trying to manipulate fate itself. But I'd have to examine Martina's notes to fully understand what happened here. Martina was as nimble-witted as anyone I've ever met, and stubborn as the abyssal sea. Now, if she thought they could twist fate itself, nothing would slow them down. Changing the fate lines is something not even Hermaeus Mora himself can do.
Actually, I'm not going to go through the full part. I'm just going to get back.
I'll see you back at Cypher's
to his location, and then I'll end this video because this is getting really long. And then in the next video, I'll finish the rest of this, and then I'll head into the quest I was doing in the last video.
Glad to see you didn't stumble into a hole in reality, Meddler. I know how many... You really do make an invaluable field assistant, Meddler. Even your watchling friend here played his part expertly. Now please, the Glyphic. I can't stand to wait any longer. Curious. I've handled my fair share of fated Glyphics, but something about this one seems almost familiar. Like a tone ringing at the edge of my memory. A song, perhaps. A lullaby? How very strange. It's no secret my travels take me far and wide. I go to places far beyond what a simple compass or map might show. And in my travels, I heard an interesting rumor that the Prince of Knowledge had found a special fate. My fate, in fact. I believe it does. Whether it's one fate of many or a singular inevitable fate, I won't know until I activate it. Funny, after all this, I find myself hesitating. Give me a moment, Meddler. Perhaps take this time to calm your watchling friend.
It's not a good idea to look at your own fate. I wonder why my master is so fond of that particular one. Speaking of fate, you certainly helped me salvage my own. To think I came this close to being tossed into the Nemesis looms. I wish I could say I enjoyed our adventure together, mortal. However, you and I both know it was far too distressing to be fun. Still, this watchling is certainly grateful for your help. Take this room.
Alright, that quest is done.
Here goes nothing, Cosmo.
Now,
Thaddeus, you must listen closely. The fate of the flames depends on these rumors. Mora really did learn my fate. Don't talk over me. Understand that when the time comes, say no. Oblivion take you.
alrighty. Alright. Oh, I'm under attack, so I can't yet. Alright, there, I think it's gone now. There we go. Okay, so I guess I'm gonna end it right here. I'll continue on next episode, and then I'll go back to the main quest I was working on. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you like it, leave a comment, and I hope you come back if you like, share it so I can help grow my channel, because I'm still pretty short on my subscribers. I only got 16 at the moment, so I really want to eventually build this up. So I hope you keep coming back, and I hope you enjoy my videos. Alright, thank you. Bye.